Alright guys, welcome back to another video today. In today's video we are going to be talking about the 5 things that I love about my BRZ. These also apply to the FRS 86. They're the same car, so they will all apply. But let's get to going and we will go from there. Alright, so the first thing that I love about my BRZ, and one of the main reasons why I actually ended up buying this car, was because of the aftermarket support for this car. As you guys know, if you've looked, there is endless capabilities, customization for this car. I mean, they have a whole site just for this car. So it's super nice, easy to find. You can, I mean, customize it however you want. I obviously did my interior trim the way I wanted it. I've put on some carbon fiber pieces. I've put on different logos in the front. I've done different headlights, different tail lights, a duckbill spoiler. I mean, there's endless possibilities for this car. You can get different exhausts. It's just, that part is so nice to me, and I love the customization and making it my own. I love that part of this car. Alright, so the second thing that I love about my BRZ is going to be that it is rear-wheel drive. So everybody that is watching this probably already knows that it's rear-wheel drive, but I just feel like it makes the driving experience so much more fun. You can go around a corner and drift it if you want to. You could do donuts in a parking lot for the fun of it. I mean, it just is so much better. And the only downside of having a rear-wheel drive car like this is that it's terrible in the winter. But you can get all-season tires, you can get winter tires to fix that. It drives just fine, you just have to be careful at all times. So yeah, I love that it's rear-wheel drive. You can take corners with a little bit of pace and the back end will kick out, and it's just great. I love it. Alright, so the third thing that I'm going to be talking about that I love about my BRZ is going to be the daily drivability of this car. I do daily drive my car to work and back to the house every day. If we have a little trip that we go on, I normally take this car. You get stuck in traffic, it's not that big of a deal. I have a 6-speed manual, it's still not that bad. It's a great daily driver, it's super reliable. It's a Subaru, so I mean, there's specimens of these that get over 100,000 miles, so it's definitely a very reliable car. And also, since it's a Subaru and like a Toyota mix, the maintenance is not going to kick your butt either. Like, you could probably get a used Porsche Cayman for the same amount of money, but one, it's going to be older with more miles, so it's going to be less reliable. And 2, the maintenance on a Porsche is going to kick your butt. So that is one reason why I didn't go with a Porsche Cayman, is because of the maintenance. And also with the daily drivability, you get little like comfort things, like you get dual climate control, you get the auto climate control, you get the heated seats, you have the smart key unlock where you can just grab the handle and unlock it. If you're leaving, touch the handle and it will lock. It's such a nice feature that you don't really think about in a sports car, but this one has it. It's super nice, super handy. It's got the push to start button, those little amenities are great. I love those. Yeah, and believe it or not, this car actually gets really great gas mileage. It is only a 4-cylinder, so you would probably think that it would get good enough gas mileage, but right now I'm getting 26 average miles to the gallon driving from work back to the house, driving on fun little drives. So it's not like I'm just driving it trying to get the best miles per gallon. That's definitely not how I drive. I like to have fun. It's what a sports car is for. So it definitely gets good gas mileage, and that's another reason why I love this car. Alright, so the fourth reason that I'm going to be talking about is going to be the looks. I love and have always loved the way this car looked. I'm not just saying that because I own one. I just have always loved the way this car looked. It is definitely, in my opinion, one of the best looking cars that you can get for the money. I got mine for 15, so I don't know if there's a better looking car that you could get for 15 grand than this one. I love the way this car looks. It just has that cool factor to it. I mean, I am in a little small town, but people will point at me and go, wow, that's a cool car, or come up to me and be like, hey dude, what kind of car do you have? That car's sick. Just different things like that. It's definitely an attention getter. Now granted, we only have in my town the coolest other car is like a Corvette, so I don't really have too much competition. I don't have any really, there's no Lambos, there's no McLarens, there's really nothing here, so people are pretty impressed when they see this car. So this is definitely one of the biggest things for me was the looks. I mean, you have to like the way a car looks to get it. It's not, nobody's gonna buy it just for the function of the car. That's why I didn't buy a Miata. I think they look terrible. So, now I know I just said the Miata looks gross, but I'm talking about one that you could get for like 10 to 15 grand. I'm not talking about the new one. Love the way the new one looks, but that is also like a $30,000 car. So, it didn't really fit in my price bracket that I was looking at, so that is definitely why I love this car so much, is for the looks and the money. I don't know if you could get a better one. Alright, so the fifth and final thing that I love about this car is how driver focused it is. Now, when Subaru and Toyota came in and made this partnership and made this car, I think they killed it in this area. I don't know if they could have done any better. Maybe added a little horsepower. Definitely the community will agree with me there. But even then, stock, it is just fine. It is very connected. You can feel almost everything. Every bump especially. The suspension's very stiff. It's a very sporty suspension. This car, it cuts off on some things, like I said in my last video, and the things that I hate about my BRZ is like the stereo sucks, but that's fine. They didn't focus on the entertainment, they just focused on the driver feel. The driver feel is amazing. The way the transmission shifts and the gears click through, there's like a little clunk to it when you shift it that I love. It's so satisfying just to shift through the gears, downshift. It's very easy to use. Now, one thing that I learned from having this car the very first time was that the clutch is definitely different than most cars. So that takes a little bit to get used to, but I love the way it is. This car is so balanced that I feel like it's almost perfectly balanced. The steering wheel, the steering feel is great. I love it. But even stuff down to even the instrument cluster, you can tell is driver focused. Right when you step in, you got the RPMs in your face, you got a digital readout of your speed, you have the gear that you're in with a manual. That is super nice, especially when you're learning. I mean, you can literally look right over the hood, you can see the ground, you can point it exactly where you want it. This car, driver feel wise, is amazing. I know a lot of people compare it to like the Miata. Me personally, I think it drives better than a Miata. I love the way this car feels. It's just so refreshing to go through the gears. I mean, this car is just a blast. You can take it on a back road, have some fun with it. that's gonna basically do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I love about my car. I know I enjoyed making this video. I just went out on a drive and made this video. It was a ton of fun. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, leave a like down below. Comment your suggestions on any video that you want to see, maybe any ideas of what I could do to my car for the next upgrade. And as always, hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.